In this slide, we will be discussing our recommendations for Aspen Tech and their currency risk management program. Based on our case study of Aspen Tech, the company's central issue is the exchange rate risk, which entails vulnerabilities emanating from currency exchange rate dynamics that affect the firm's operations and profitability. These risks come from currency volatility, mainly from the transaction translation and the economic exposures. Firstly, hedging all the booked sales is an unsound risk intervention because the company is supposed to dispose of current receivables to liquidity. A critical scrutiny of its finances reveals no progress in taxes and weighs on the research and development to insinuate a crisis. Aspen has no default obligations that demand to hedge. Having said so, hedging should focus on a fraction of receivables and not on urgent sales. Therefore, Aspen's currency risk management program needs to emphasize this type of hedging to cushion itself from exchange rate vulnerabilities. The primary company goal for Aspen is to create clarity and predictability of future external cash flows to avert potential currency market risks. Focusing on certainty can help protect Aspen from exchange rate vulnerabilities and hedge managers from expendable interruptions. This means that Aspen's hedge manager must avoid any unpredictable endeavor. With its ability to produce the best engineering software, the company needs to extend this opportunity to devise abilities to predict dynamics in the foreign exchange rates. With predictability in future cash flows being a pillar in fiscal planning, Aspen needs to prioritize it in its financial tools. The company needs to strengthen its financial department with abilities to predict future market dynamics and ensure effective future firm operations. A strategic financial planning model will be of significant importance for Aspen because its competitiveness lies in sustainable research and development spending and investments that take more time to produce outcomes. Lack of emphasis on budgeting future Aspen's fiscal resources can further land the company at risk because it depends mostly on long term portfolios and reconcilable research and development resources to meet market expectations. To make this goal a reality, there is a need for Aspen to perfectly measure its net foreign currency exposure to inform strategic hedging. This is unlike where we have in the case study, where hedging is only done against revenue when expenses are critical aspects of the business. Foreign expenditure can exert adverse effects on a firm's final cash flow. Measuring net foreign currency exposure to inform strategic hedging is also critical because Aspen's foreign expenditure shows increasing projections at a rate outplaying foreign revenue. Furthermore, determining net exposure is critical because Aspen is now a publicly traded company, and its operations affect internal and external stakeholders. This will make the company keep a percentage of a country's revenue equivalent to the predicted expenditure. Therefore, besides strategic hedging into the future and predictability financial planning, Aspen needs to calculate value at risk of cash flow to help the company predict potential loss. Besides, it must adjust its hedging policies for foreign investments through proportional scheduling. This means that any dynamic in the currency will not have a resultant impact on the company's financial position. In conclusion, the company needs to keep its policy imposed on the booked product through forward contracts and disposing of receivables.